In today's lesson, we are going to look at the argument writing checklist. The first thing you want to focus on when you're checking to see if you've written and covered all your bases is to start at the beginning. So you're going to look at your introduction that you've written. Then you're going to say, does the first sentence grab the reader's attention? Like, can my readers really read this and say, I am interested? Do they want to know more? You could ask questions such as, does the first paragraph provide a general overview of the topic that you are writing about? If after reading the first paragraph, can I say that, okay, I see the point. Now let me look for some evidence to support the point. Does the first paragraph include a thesis statement that strongly sends a clearly stated point of view? That's what I'm looking at. Or does the thesis clue readers in as to what the essay is going to be about? Now, what does thesis mean? Thesis simply means that it's a statement or a theory that is put forward on the premise to be maintained or proved. So the thesis would be if I say school should only be kept 4 days per week, I'm going to give you all the evidence to support why I say that. Then you get to the body paragraphs. So within the body paragraphs, you should have at least 3 paragraphs. And in this, you're going to focus, it says, do they contain at least 3 points that supports the thesis? So if I'm saying that school should be kept only 4 days per week, I need to go find evidence to support these claims. Do they provide detail to further explain each supporting points? So, does my evidence, my facts, my data, my statistic, do they support my thesis? Are there supporting details presented in order from weakest to strongest? Because it's always great to end on a strong note. Do you acknowledge an opposing point of view? Keep in mind, in an argument writing, you're going to have to go ahead and say what the other side may say. So when you're researching both your point of view and what the other person may say, because that way you know what they will possibly come up with and you'll have evidence to go against it. Next, the conclusion. Now, the conclusion or ending, it says, does the last paragraph remind readers of the main points of the essay without repeating all that was said before? So in essence, you're summarizing, you're looking through all your paragraphs and you're putting all your strong points together, except you're not repeating, you're paraphrasing, you're reiterating what you were saying so that the reader can see or have that last thinking point or that last thought in their head as to why what you said makes a better argument. It says, is the conclusion free of new information, such as another supporting detail? Now keep in mind, guys, within the conclusion, you cannot have anything new. You cannot have anything new at all. Does the last sentence leave the readers with a strong final impression? It's almost like when you watch Law and Order and you're in court and that last final thing that the lawyer says is where you're saying, oh, I get it. This is the side I'm on. That's what we're thinking. And finally, let's provide a recap. Now, the first thing we're going to think of when providing the recap is, does one ideas flow smoothly into the next? So does the idea flow smoothly into the next? So are you talking about reasons why you need a 4 day school, then you start talking about school lunch? Or are you talking about reasons why you need a 4 day school and supporting that with data, as in statistic, as in research, to validate why having that extra day would make sense? Then it says, does the sentence structure in length vary? Is it the same thing, run on sentences, or are you checking? Does every sentence relate to the thesis? Does everything make sense? Because if you are trying to argue your point or to convince someone based on your argument, all your information need to make sense. Is your essay convincing? After I'm done reading, am I going to say, wow, this is the point I'm taking? Or am I going to say, no, 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 no. Are the grammar and punctuation and spelling correct? Now, if your answer to everything right here is yes, it simply means that you have a strong argument. And that's what you need to walk away with. If the answer says no, then hey, you need to go back to the drawing board and start doing some research, because everything needs to say yes in order for your argument to be considered strong and valid. Until next time, take care, guys.